we have it totally under control. It's one person coming in from China.
We think we have it very well under control. We pretty much shut it down coming in from China.
You know, in April, supposedly it dies with the hotter weather. When it gets warm, historically, that has been able to kill the virus.
People are getting better. They're all getting better.
And the 15 within a couple of days is going to be down to close to zero.
It's going to disappear. One day, it's like a miracle. It will disappear.
And you'll be fine.
They're going to have vaccines, I think, relatively soon. Not only the vaccines, but the therapies. Therapies is sort of another word for cure.
You're talking about very small numbers in the United States. Our numbers are lower than just about anybody. It's really working out. And a lot of good things are going to happen. And we are responding with great speed and professionalism. It's going to go away.
Yeah, no, I don't take responsibility at all.
We're going to all be great. We're going to be so good. This came up, we came up so suddenly.
This is a pandemic. I felt it was a pandemic long before it was called a pandemic. All you had to do is look at other countries. The coronavirus, you know that, right? Coronavirus. And this is their new hoax. We're 15 people in this massive country. And because of the fact that we went early, we could have had a lot more than that. We're doing great. Our country is doing so great.
Welcome to the Corona Man Show, everyone. Sit back and crack open a Corona in honor of the nightmare that is called life now. I'm glad it's everywhere and not just specific to one country, so, you know, not everybody understands and can relate. Everyone has it. So I'm Cav Manning along with Mr. Billy Body.
You know, they don't have it in Syria, so how the tables have turned because we could go and live there and go out and get something to eat.
I wonder...
Find some reasonably priced toilet roll.
I wonder if they go around saying, see, God has done this to the infidels and we're superior, that's why he hasn't done this to us. I bet you there's some crazy people.
I'll tell you what, you just said that to me. Because the whole day, I've been thinking to myself today, I've not been a God person ever. And I'm like very much like science. And I don't want to be because I fucking hate the idea of I'm going to die and they're going to put me in the ground like I put my grandma in the ground today and nobody's going to fucking care. I've spoken to you about this before, like when your dad died. And you're like very calm about it. It's like, I don't care. Like, I don't care about having a kid and leaving somebody here. As I was telling you, well, at least I leave someone here who's like gonna give a shit when I die and bury me, and then they're gonna carry on and make more members of my family, etc. But yeah, so it's like it's always bothered me, and I'd love to like cling on to this hope.
Yeah.
And then today I like realized, like, because of my like buried my grandma and stuff, and I saw all these people, and I think to myself, maybe faith is just not based on science at all. Maybe it's just a case of they need this to get through because otherwise those fears will consume them. Not now when we're busy, but it's got to consume you between when you get to 60 and 80 years old, or every day you wake up is like, oh, I woke up.
I don't know if it's at that age, but I could see getting
like, you're more done than not done, right?
Sure.
So I think at that point, that's when faith really kicks in. And obviously, it's better to do the groundwork now. Like I'm saying, I don't think that if there anything necessarily happens, like heaven, hell, Jesus, Muhammad, whatever, but if you can make yourself believe it somehow, surely...
Go on.
You're in a better place mentally. Surely you're in a better place mentally to go. If you think, I'm going somewhere, and I've always believed this. Because the only reason you don't, as a kid you believe it, and then someone tells you that it's not right, and then you look around, and it's not right. In fact, I think the internet as well, being around, lets us really look into that fact that it's not right, or probably not right, because there's so much science and whatnot around. But I've really, spent some time today, going back and going, well, they don't know, because they don't really know, because they don't know how we got here. And when I mean we, I don't mean we humans, I mean just anything. Obviously there was humans, there was cavemen, monkeys, and dinosaurs, and plants. But the thing before all of that got here somehow, so we got here.
Yeah.
So maybe there's something, and if I can spend the next 40 years or however long I have believing that when I do die, I might be a little bit more relaxed about it, because the thing that I can't deal with is you're dead, your brain switches off, it's like you were never here. We put you on the ground, and then we go to work on Monday. No, thanks. Like, I mean, me wondering what happens to my toy collection alone is going to bother me. But at the same time, bringing it back round to the virus, which is a good transition. I've been podcasting for 5 years, so I can do that. Well, longer than that, actually. 7 years. The virus could easily, if this isn't what we think it is, it could easily wipe everybody out. Because the thing is that we all got here by some crazy accident, and then so a virus could wipe out the entire universe. We were nothing before, and we could end up being down to nothing. Like, they say a meteorite killed the dinosaurs, but there's also some people that have the theory that a change of atmosphere killed the dinosaurs, and this Earth was becoming less and less habitable. What's that the right word?
Habitual?
Yeah, well, I'll go with yours. Less livable for them in terms of the atmosphere and the food options. And I've read up about it. It was a while ago, so I'm not very good at thinking of what I'm trying to say. But basically, there's a theory that the Earth was evolving too much for them to stay around. Now, this could just be a part of evolution, or this could be what I said. Did I say this at the top of the show? Or did I say it off the air?
You said it off the air, what you think it is.
Okay. It's not what I think it is. But what I do think is that the reaction of the world is way too I wouldn't say extreme, because some people have sat back like Trump and done nothing, and then they've only reacted afterwards. But it doesn't justify what the thing is. It's a virus. There's been other viruses, SARS, Ebola. We've had bird flu. We've had mad cow disease, where they still continue to sell beef, even though it was driving people insane at one point. We've had so many epidemics. We've had wars. We've had Gulf War. We had 9/11. Everybody went to work after 9/11 the next day, 12th of September. The world continued on, despite the fact that you didn't know if you were going to get a nuclear weapon launched at you the next day.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't go into lockdown, right?
Yeah.
I was quite young, but tell me if I'm being wrong, if I'm wrong here. September the 12th, 2001, you did not go into lockdown, right?
No, didn't go into lockdown,
Right.
especially over here, because I mean, I'm a country apart from New York, you know. So yeah, there was no difference in how we worked, other than planes being shut down. That was it.
So the justification of quarantining people and locking down for a serious health condition, I don't understand. Because
Well-
it's not like the percentage, the death percentage is quite low. Like, even if it's 3-4%, that's still low.
Yeah.
For these specific prime ministers and presidents now to come out, and the type of people they are, because we don't have Jeremy Corbyn and we don't have Bernie Sanders. If we had Bernie Sanders and Jeremy Corbyn, I would not be questioning the things that people have done today. But for Trump to release that $1,200 to every American, and for our president today to say he's going to pay 80% of everybody's wages until this is over, they are not the actions of Trump and Boris. And my theory is, and it's just one of many theories that people may have, that this feels like a nuclear weapon got released by accident, not the big one that's going to kill the world.
Not a nuclear weapon, yeah.
But something's in the air, and we're not supposed to ingest it. And if we're old enough or unhealthy enough, we will die. And even if we are healthy, we will take years off our life. We will be more susceptible to cancer. We are doing ourselves some harm by just even being out here right now. That is what I think is going on, really. I don't believe in coronavirus. I don't believe that it's been passed on by person to person. I think that if I fucked a girl with coronavirus tonight, I would be alive to do this show next week.
I think you'd be alive, but I think you'll be sick for a week.
Well, tell me that you fully believe what they're telling you then.
I think a lot does get held back. I think it is airborne, of course, but what I don't get is I have a nurse in my family, and she tells me shit where it's like people are panicking more than they should, and it's like a lot of what's going on is obviously the media is, you know, drilling it more and more. So if the media wasn't like 24/7 with this, I don't think it would be as horrific. But at the same time, my thought is that when everyone like Trump and everybody was yelling, oh, it's the media's fault, this is all this and that. And I said, well, no, because the fucking government officials are the ones shutting this shit down. It's not the fucking media who's made people stay inside. And for one, we're not all getting $1,200 over here. That's for fucking sure. You've had to have earned under $75,000 2 years ago. Not even last year. 2 years ago. I don't know what the fuck that has to do with anything. And they said about like 80% of the people won't get it. And people are staying home. It's fucking them up. And like that whole, the whole thing about the people singing Imagine. Do you know about that whole thing?
I've seen that, and I don't know what I want to get into this again, so I went onto it on the wrestling show, but I saw the Idris Elba video where he said, oh, my family got tested, and people were like, fuck you,
yeah.
Why are you getting tested? Why are NBA players getting tested? I saw a big turning on celebrities and sports people because it was a case of, fuck you, we're losing our jobs, we're dying, we're like out here and you're fucking singing songs and getting tests when you don't have anything wrong with you. I saw a big turning of that, and I did see the Imagine thing falls into that category, yeah.
I laughed at the Imagine thing because people are like, oh, you rich people have to stay home in your houses? I'm sure you're very upset by this. While the rest of us, if we don't go to fucking work, you don't get paid, you lose your fucking job, and people are getting laid off, and they're like, oh, this is very powerful, which I'm going to do a parody of this, by the way, with all my listeners from the Lingus Mafia. And what we're going to do is we're all going to sing Sexy Boy one line at a time. That's what our plan is.
Michael Rappaport did his own video mocking them.
What did he do? What song did he sing?
He just sang it crying because he wasn't
Oh, well, that's different. I think Sexy Boy is more of a for this time. But I mean, I think it's airborne, obviously, but this fucking thing come from fucking Chinatown with their fucking eating snakes and bats, whatever the fuck they do over there, eating minnows. I said, you guys are eating bait. Oh, no, this good. Oh, you fucking nasty motherfucker. So, I don't know if it's like, I don't know the effects of it afterwards, because obviously it's respiratory and old people can't handle it, for sure. So, when anyone else has gotten this, I've seen the interviews with them afterwards, and they're like, yeah, you know, even like Tom Hanks. Oh, I had a little bit of a fever. I was achy. It was like a mild flu. It wasn't even like a fucking throwing up flu where you're fucked up. Like those flus, I could understand. Hide under your fucking bed because I'm not looking to be throwing up. So they're like, oh, yeah, I'm sick. So it's almost like, well, it spreads quickly. So it spreads more than a flu does, but there's got to be something that's not said, because otherwise it'd be like, all right, well, you're going to catch the flu for a fucking week, most likely, and then you'll be okay. And everyone will be then immune to it because you'll have had it in your system before. So I don't know what's the secret that's being held up.
But you think that there is some. So you're a little bit, you're not as extreme as me, but you are at the point where you think that we're not being told everything, because this is not the coronavirus that they're telling us about.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Regardless of what the fuck it's called or what it is, it's airborne, and if you fucking catch it, you get sick. That's pretty much, you know. And if anybody wants a fun movie to watch, go watch Contagion. It's from 2011. Holy smoke. It is practically the same, other than when you get that one, you're dead immediately. Not immediately, but you die from it no matter what. And they look a lot worse. Like, they start fucking, you know, foaming at the mouth and being really sick.
Of course they would, because it's a Hollywood film.
Yeah, of course.
But the thing is, they're also saying that, like, people in China initially were just, there's videos of them just dropping and dying.
Shit.
And also there's people coming out from China saying that the numbers are not real. Italy have not surpassed us. We've got loads of bodies here. We've just when it first started, we just threw them all into the water. Like basically there were hundreds of thousands of people dead here, and that obviously comes along with the 5G theory, which is attached to this too. The 5G conspiracy.
The whole thing in Italy, I mean, talk about fucked up. That place is a fucking disaster. And if you think about it, most of the people there are older people, and they all smoke in Italy. So that don't help their fucking problem.
That's another theory as well, but obviously the 5G thing has just come up a lot. I mean, that's the biggest conspiracy theory added to this. Obviously mine is more extreme than that, but the 5G one would explain how it's getting around the world and it's not getting to Syria. So,
well, you know what my theory is about, like, that it's not in Syria, and it's not in Haiti either.
It's not in most countries. It's only in 120.
Well, here's the thing. You notice what countries it's not in? Places nobody fucking goes to. So who the fuck is visiting there to bring it? That's the fucking difference. People go to China from here. They were born there and they live here, you know? They're places that people fucking go. Nobody's fucking going to Haiti, and nobody's fucking going to fucking Syria. So, yeah, they're going to be isolated. But now people will go there to try to get away from this, and they're going to fuck everybody else up.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I was just looking up today where we can actually go. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, while we're not working or whatever, there could be the option to just go somewhere else for an entire month and just fucking...
sit in a Bahama, you know. Well, meanwhile, Bahamas are fucked up. But, yeah, something tropical.
Oh, there was a really interesting article. It was like 10 places to go while the coronavirus is happening that don't have it. And there was some stuff in there like Maldives and like beaches in Uruguay.
Problem is getting on a plane, you're going to end up getting it and bringing it there.
I guess so, but I mean, are we even allowed out now? Because I think the borders can be shut.
Out of the country, no, you can't go anywhere.
This is unbelievable. Like, this will never happen.
You hope.
Again. And the thing is, like, never happened either. Like, I mean, that's the thing. That's why I think Austin was crying. Because I was saying to him, like, you know, I was talking to his mum, and he was listening in because he's nosy. But I was saying 9/11, Gulf War, all those diseases, never, ever lived through anything like this before. This is exactly what would happen if we were at war. Like, if the world war
biological
out,
explosions,
this would be it. And and then look at this fucking horrible year. Like,
it is a shit year so far, that's for sure.
It's got a cool, like, number, you know.
Yeah.
2020, like, it's the coolest looking year since the year 2000. And then all of a sudden it's like fucking, I mean, since day one, we had the thing with Iran. And that guy, I mean, that seems like a lifetime ago where America blew that guy up. And then they retaliated. For the first 3 days, it was like world war. And then you had like, and Brady couldn't play football anymore. And then he leaves fucking New England. And then we had that, the Caroline Fleck suicide thing is a really big deal in America. Like, this is some woman presents a big show. She killed herself. But then we have this virus. But think, even in between that, I forgot things that have happened in this year that have been pretty fucking shocking. Because I remember for the first 2 weeks, it was like just a thing every day.
Yeah, they when you look at all the shit that's happened, you know, when you're saying stuff like you know, we survived this war and these things and nothing's ever close to this, and like 9/11, there wasn't, you know, people shut down and this and that. But I'm like, at the same time, that shit, you see your enemy and know your enemy and know what to avoid. I go, this is a little like, I mean, you got no fucking choice. It's floating in the fucking air, and who the fuck knows, you know, what you're gonna end up with it floating around.
Kobe Bryant. I mean, he died.
Yeah, he lucked out. He got out of this.
I mean,
well, you know what, too? At the same time, if you want to get, like, magical and mystery about this kind of thing, you could also go to the fucking far venture that God did this on purpose so Earth would fucking live. Because you notice how they're saying how much less like smog and how much better the Earth is within these last fucking 2 weeks because of this?
Yeah, because people are not out. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, well, maybe this is like on purpose to get this thing alive because we're gonna fucking all die otherwise.
So while I've been looking through that, like, because I wanted to sort of document the events, we covered most of the big ones. We missed out the Australian bushfires.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was another one. Yeah,
that was fucking crazy. But then as I come down to it, the coronavirus outbreak was announced on January the 30th, right?
Yeah.
By the World Health Organization. We've done nothing. But all the way through February, on the 11th of February, the World Health Organization names the disease COVID-19.
Yeah, they didn't. I've seen they've played the Trump stuff to where it was like, this is when there was one case, what he talked about. And now there's 3 cases. And
I wanted that video to open the show. That was what I wanted to open the show.
The problem is you don't see, like, there's no one narrating how many deaths or how many, cases. That's the problem, because you kind of got to see it to see how many at what date. Because all this is just going to be him talking, and you're not going to understand.
But I think you get it with the tone, the tone of...
like that it's not serious, and then all of a sudden it turns like, uh-oh.
Yeah. I was thinking that too. I was thinking, if we put this at the start of the show, do they need to... I've decided that they don't, but it's up to you. If you got a better opening, then we'll go with yours.
So it's like, it's not a big deal. And there's another one where he goes off on, which they don't bring up anymore. And I laugh because you know how he's always right and he's never made a mistake in his life. That he says, now the Democrats are coming up with this coronavirus. It's, this hoax. And it was like a hoax. And now when they talk to him, he says stuff like, I knew this was a pandemic before it was called a pandemic. As soon as there was one case, we started doing this and that. And I'm like, what are you, you're fucking completely lying. I'm like, it's documented that he was like, it'll go away. Don't worry about it.
Just had the exact same conversation with Nick. I was like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, it's not like he had a conversation like, how people talk behind each other's back.
Yeah.
It's like, you're on fucking video and you said this wasn't a big thing. Like, you're on fucking video, and now you've gone the complete opposite way, where he's at a press conference and going, the media is the problem, and not only the way that you sensationalize things, but how you guys don't follow the program. There's too many of you in here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Standing too close to each other. You need to get out. And it was like,
I only keep the guys I like. Jesus.
Yeah.
It is fucking weird that, like, I'm just shocked, like, that he's still there and running. It's like there hasn't been a revolt of people going, how is this the guy who's in fucking charge of us to be alive? We're gonna all fucking die, And I'm like, the thing is, I would assume this shit is done by the election. And you know how people forget shit quick. Because if you're not in the middle of this, if we're in the middle of this still, I think it's a landslide of a fucking vote. But I think if it's gone...
I think he's out. I think he's gone from this now anyway, but I would like it to be big so that he doesn't have to call it, so it's not a case of...
he wants a recount, yeah.
I want to count this, that, the other. Like, that. No, I think Biden's a good bet now.
I would think so. I mean, the fact that he's like... I just want to see what he, because when he was doing the first running, he was like, if I lose, it's because it's rigged. And then he won. So then it was fair. It's like, so he'll do the same thing. It was rigged against me. Meanwhile, Russia's trying to fucking help him. And, our own people say, hey, Russia's up to this. Here's the proof. Nah, I talked to Putin. He told me no. I'm like, how do you fucking tell everybody that you believe him over our Secret Service, for God's sake? I mean, it's fucking just madness all around over here with this. It's craziness. And I remember when my father voted for him, he goes, I kind of want to see what happens. He goes, what's the worst that could happen? I go, well, my father died before he could find out. But I'm like, that was the thing. Well, it's not like he could go pushing buttons to get war. You know, you got to be approved for all this shit. But he's like...
I mean, this could have killed your dad anyway.
Oh, I thought the same thing. I was thinking the same thing. I go, with the way my dad's heart and all that kind of shit, this could have fucking completely fucking killed him. If, you know, but I mean, he could stay in his fucking house, but...
The irony is one of these things, but ever since I was, like, growing up, my grandma, like, mine was from Africa, and she's never really been comfortable with this country. She'd always say stuff like, what are your white friends like? Are they, she'd say it in her language, but I understood. She's going, are they okay? Do you trust them? Be careful. Just generally be careful. Be careful outside. Don't go out at night.
Oh, yeah, all that,
Be careful. Like, don't go, you can't go anywhere at night. Don't, even when I moved out, why you moved out of your dad's, like, you know, you should have gone to a university and stayed with your dad, like, you're too young to leave, and all this kind of stuff. Her whole thing was, like, outside is bad. And she even, like, to the end, like she was saying it, and she, even though she lived to 89, she, like, died too early because she spent so much time sitting down inside where some of her other sisters are like, one of her oldest one's 96 and she's like walking around, and I'd be so surprised if she dies in the next 5 years. So her oldest sister's alive, but she basically ate badly. She had spicy foods every day, meat, rice, butter, fatty foods, full fat Coke cans always loaded up in her fridge.
Oh boy!
And she made it to like 89. So there's a lot of to take away from that. But the irony that I was talking about was that she was told everybody, don't go outside, stay inside with your family. And she died while this was going on. Like, she probably died happy because this was a fucking dream. Like, this is what she told me
to stay inside
since I was a kid. Since I was a kid that could go out.
That's
trying to go out.
It's funny because that's like Howard Stern's mom. It was always, what are you doing? You're doing too much. Stay inside. You're going to exhaust yourself. Stop. Why are you doing this? And I'm like, oh my God. Like this weekend, I plan to go, I'm going to go kick field goals at the football stadium. That's what I'm going to do. Because like, they say you could still go out for a run, for a hike, but you know what? Cops are going around busting people over here. And it's a misdemeanor, and you're charged like $500, I think. Because they're like, you can go out to do certain things. And my buddy, the cat, he called me and he said, he goes, see this guy? Like, somebody came out of a weed dispensary, like a fucking smoke shop, but the smoke shop's all black, like it's closed. But if you just walk up and pull the door open, they're there, and they're selling fucking weed. So the cop turned around, went to the store, and walked right in. So they're going to get fucked. Because it's like, this isn't an essential store. You got to close. But they keep it open because they're going to get business, you know?
I was speculating about the terms of what the lockdown and the quarantine would entail. And somebody told me that in relation to my child, I would be able to leave the house to go and get him and obviously share the time that we have. But I actually need to find the court papers to make the journey.
Oh.
In terms of,
so if they stop you.
They stop you and be like, I get my son. This is the day I have him. I'm going to get him now. Nobody's going to be getting out of the car. He'll be going from like one house to the other, and that's it.
Well, how do they not know you're not going to the grocery store? That's always a question, too. I go, if you could pull over, I'm going to the grocery store.
Because the grocery store in a full lockdown is only doing deliveries.
No, not for us. We get to go to grocery stores.
But I'm looking at the Chinese lockdown, and it worked in 2 ways. So I looked this up. Some stuff for the show.
Look at you.
They
Guy can't record the show, but he'll go look up research.
So what happened is that they delivered to you, and they left it outside your flat, and you had to come. They rang your bell, and you had to come down and get it, and there was no contact with
Meanwhile, it's contaminated because they touched the fucking bag.
Maybe.
That's the problem, because
they're delivering it with masks and gloves, so I assume that they picked it out with that on. You'd like to think. But the other option is that you can get a time slot to go and collect it from the store if you don't want it delivered. Which is weird because if they're doing deliveries, you ain't going to be anywhere else.
Yeah.
But I did see the other.
Uh-oh. There he is. Okay, go ahead. You're back.
Hello.
Yeah.
No, don't cut the show this time, Simon.
No, I'm not. Go ahead.
Maybe it's like they were the two methods. So maybe like different shops were not. Maybe it wasn't like the shop. Each shop was giving you two options.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the shops that were open, they had two options as to how they would want to run this. If you get what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I always feel like I'd rather go to the store myself and fucking get the shit because everybody's going to touch everything anyway. And hell, the shit that was put on the shelf was touched by somebody in the first place. So
you're not allowed. You weren't allowed to do that in China. You were not allowed into shops anymore. Like they either packed it up for you or they delivered it for you.
You know, when it comes down to it, if they literally told everybody, stay in your fucking house 3 weeks, everything's closed, sit for 3 fucking weeks, don't do shit, it goes away. That's all they gotta do. Everyone suffer. 3 weeks, you're in prison.
If it is what they're saying, which is weird because why are they not doing that then?
Because the world has to fucking continue on. People still, I mean, at this point, they're doing that practically because it's the whole stay inside except for. And it does flatten it quite a bit.
But why did they not say, like, okay, the government, you have to stay in, and the government will do the shopping for you in terms of, if you don't like fucking this type of food, that's tough shit because we are delivering bread and we are delivering pasta and we are delivering this type of fish and we are delivering this drink, this water, and we are delivering this dilute or whatever. You have to dilute like orange squash, whatever. And this is the rationing. This is the food. It's free food and it's the food we're delivering. And this is the only food that you can eat. Right? They basically take care of it. They deliver all your food for 3 weeks. They give it to you and they want you to stay in.
I think they could flat out have a service like fucking Uber Eats or like Safeway here is our grocery store, and people who pick it and have the vetted people, have a whole fucking army of people that pick whatever the food you tell to pick. They'll get what you want and you pay.
Now you're getting into something that I really want to talk about because it's almost another show, which is why I said to you that I would like to do more of these shows during the week when this is going on. So, which I said even on my own, and I think this is going to happen. So we might as well talk about this now. I'm going to be releasing shows. Some of Kaz can be on, some Umar's going to be on, some Nick's.
Some. I'll be here the once a week that I'm always here.
He says that, but like I can get him talking.
Yeah, you can. Hey, if you're recording it while I'm driving around at work, not a problem. I'll talk to you anytime.
If people can accept that kind of quality of show and just be like, look,
it's just a conversation, yeah.
This is a content-based project. This is not a quality-based project. So this is going to be about documenting this for history, right? So this is what I want to do. I want to have this in the cat. So
why? We're all going to not be here to hear it.
Yeah, but the aliens will. So I don't want to touch that subject because I want to do a separate bit on the beneficiaries of the incident, which is Deliveroo, Uber Eats, surprisingly, my friend's escort agency.
Deliver pussy.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at the end because we did promise. We'll do that one. But I do want to talk about the beneficiaries as well, which there are a lot of beneficiaries. Amazon put an advert out today saying that we need 1,000 new drivers because we are so fucking busy.
Wow.
So there are big winners here, and I don't think, and I'm not going to like go out and say that they did it. That Amazon have been putting stuff in your packages for the last 12 years or whatever, and now it's finally got to you. But there are winners. It's worth talking about the winners. But yeah, to your girlfriend, you wanted to know about the escort agency.
Sure.
The escort agency is absolutely booming. The reason behind it the owner didn't understand. He was a friend of mine, because when I told him about my job being in the shitter, he said to me, "Don't worry about it. We're all going to be fucked. I'm going to be closed in 2 weeks."
Mm-hmm.
The girl that I spoke to from the agency, one of the girls said, "No, I did 5 hours last night. She did 4 hours that night when I spoke to her, and she said I've been as busy as ever."
Cum pouring out of her ears. She's full.
It makes no difference. These guys don't give a fuck. The most common question and request in this job is, "Can I please fuck you without a condom? How much would I have to pay to fuck you without a condom?" No, with no care that they have done that and accepted that offer. Because if they turn around and go, "It's 200, then they also said it's 200 for John and Larry,
Yeah,
Steve, and Mark, and Umar. Let's try and find ethnic names. But yeah, they said yes to everybody, because if they
They said yes to.
price.
Yeah, you said they said yes to everybody.
There's so many people calling me while I'm doing it.
This,
Yeah, exactly. So if their philosophy is, "Oh, this is my price," then it's the same price for everybody.
Yeah.
Fucking special. If she said yes to you, so they're doing that. This extreme flu isn't going to do anything. It isn't going to put the. So that's why the needle in that industry has gone up, to answer that question.
Jesus Christ.
From the dead sheets.
Oh, they're like, fuck this, who cares?
At this point, I think I've been proven right in the sense that I think that we could triple this show. So we'll be doing more stuff. I'll be doing more this week, because I think about this all the time, so just at home. He can join in when he wants. We have a bunch of other guys, experienced podcasters, that are going to jump on as well. So look out for your Corona-based shows coming this week. I tell you one thing I'll finish on, when we were talking about the celebrity videos. You know, one of them girls that, I don't want to say fancy bimbos, but some of them come on and they're pretty articulate. Pretty articulate. Some of them.
Okay.
Georgie wasn't the best guest. Let's not lie. But actually, the funny thing is, when we actually had coronavirus on the agenda, and we all of the opinion of it's just some bullshit that we don't need to worry about. It'll be gone soon. We trumped it. Do you remember?
I don't remember that, actually.
We were going to talk about it. She actually she said, "Oh, it's just bullshit to sell vaccines." And, that could still be true, because they are going to make vaccines, which is what me and her said. And
I don't think they're going to charge for it, though. I don't think they're going to charge a fucking dime to anybody for it.
No, but the vaccines, the companies that make them do make money from them, and the government are behind those. But moving on to what I'm saying, there was a video out by one of these girls that does that job, who wasn't joking, Cav, when she walked past the Corona beer and said, "I can't believe they're still selling this shit after everything that it's caused.
Wow.
I can't believe that anybody would still drink this." And it wasn't a joke, because there was no laughy face on it.
That's like a retarded person. It really is.
I was like, what did you miss at the start of this, when the bat pictures were floating around in soup and shit? But not that I believe that anyway. But that is given out as the reasoning, the official reasoning. But apparently this started on the seafood. They're not even saying that's the stuff now. The official political reason is a seafood market in Wuhan had some contaminated food. Okay, so I've bullshit, but okay. So she was genuinely saying in this video, "I can't believe they're still selling this. €1.45, she said. €1.45 to get sick."
Jesus Christ, that's fucking mind-boggling.
Yeah, so we actually got the better side of it, because I wouldn't have anyone like that as a guest unless we just really wanted to like the piss out
Oh
of it.
yeah, that's
Stupid.
for sure.
But I generally stray towards the more intelligent ones.
You know what?
Things-
I would like to have one of these dullards on because I would give them like IQ questions,
Right.
like general shit, general knowledge stuff, and see like what are pickles made from, shit like that, and see if they fucking get it.
What pickles made from?
Yeah, what are pickles made from?
Right.
Do you know? See, Billy, you're a pretty girl, just like the rest of them. You think pickles are from pickles?
Pickles is just vegetables, isn't it? Like, isn't pickles like? Don't pickles grow?
Well, pickles are originally something else. Things get pickled and become pickled. So, what are pickles? Do you think they grow and?
Pickled would be. If I was to venture a guess, and I don't know if this is accurate, but
That's
isn't pickles cucumber put in vinegar?
There you go. Just yeah, it's a cucumber. That's all I'm looking for. What is a pickle? Yes, cucumber.
Right.
Okay. Tori's spelling was so stupid. She actually, her answer was a grape.
Right.
So shit like that. Yeah,
You know
those
what,
could be
it's funny,
questions.
Like, I actually, you thought that was a dumb question, but I always thought that the pickle was in the cucumber family, and it was just
A different thing.
A sour version of the cucumber that grew. I didn't know about pickling, but I mean, at least I was in the ballpark. So,
Like they say, what animal is pork? Shit like that. We could ask.
but the weird thing is, I knew about pickled onions and pickled eggs.
Yeah, everything's pickled. So yeah, and it comes from something else. It's just called a
But I
pickle.
wonder why they don't call it pickled cucumber then, if they call pickled onions.
I
Pickled
don't know.
onions.
They're just straight pickles. Yeah. I mean, they're like
Maybe
baby
that was the
cucumbers, you know.
Maybe that was the original pickle. It was like they did the cucumbers first, and then everything else followed. So everything else needs the second word.
Jesus. All right, let's end this fucking show. I gotta get the fuck out of here. We've done 40 minutes nonsense.
This is a fucking great show.
Go ahead and close it. Close it out, you
It's
fuck.
better when we don't have anyone on. But the thing is that
Oh,
I will
yeah.
say, this is the first show we've done since, I think, or maybe the second, that was the
Yeah,
worst
second.
conversation I've ever had with that girl. And when I talked to her since and before that, it wasn't like that. So we'll move on from that. We'll have somebody back, but in the meantime, we're going to be just doing the shows with our guys if we can, or just me. But we will be documenting this shit for the purpose of history.
I'll put this on the Dirty Sheets and on the Man Show. So if you're listening to this on the Dirty Sheets feed, look for the Man Show podcast. And
And if you want an escort, like my mate's at playgirls-escorts.com, and he's still open.
there you go. That's for England over there.
If I didn't know the girls, I'd be getting one myself. I need a few hours with an escort and some like cocaine, like so bad.
Few hours.
Just 2 hours, just to reset.
That's-
I need to do something. Like I can't just continue on with films and PlayStation. The fucking gyms are closed. I was thinking
That sucks.
You know
That sucks.
This will be like prison. At least I'll get fit this time.
Yeah.
At least I got no reason to look good.
Are you into fitness?
Sorry.
Are you into fitness?
I've always been to the gym 3-4 times a week.
Or how about fitting a stick in your mouth?
I knew it was that.
You know, for me, I can't go, our gyms are closed too, so I'm in the fucking garage at 4 a.m. every morning. It's awful, dude. I have my Bowflex weights that I could adjust, but like I'm nig rigging stuff like for a bench. I don't have a bench because I don't fucking work out at home. So I put 2 rolls of carpet on top of each other, and then that's my bench press because now my elbows could go back and I could do dumbbell flies. And it fucking worked. I was sore as shit the next day. But like to do back, you could only do the pulling thing, upward when your knee's on a bench or something. There's no pull downs or I'm like, this sucks.
I'm gonna have to. I've only ever been interested in her for masturbation purposes, but I am gonna watch Eva Marie's Instagram upper body weight exercise because that's the thing. It's like you don't need to leave the house.
Yeah.
She's like, I do all my training at home. I'm like, shut up, bitch. Just fucking go into the porn industry, please.
No shit. With that body now, she's in top fucking
she's
top of the line.
unbelievable.
Yeah, big time.
But yeah, she's doing this thing, so I'm gonna take a look at it. And maybe do some of that shit. So.
All right, well, that was the Man Show, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week. And actually, along the week, you will hear Billy's thoughts while he is fucking locked away. And you'll hear his son sobbing in the fucking corner. I'll be playing video games all weekend and enjoying myself and playing the Oculus, which actually will get me out of the house if I'm playing Oculus, because it's virtual reality, so I can go do something. All right, well, I've been Cav. He's been Billy. We'll see you next time.